Hey everyone, thank you for visiting my channel. And if you're watching this, it means I solved a very frustrating problem that I've been having lately. And yesterday, I got to I took a drive up to Chittenden, Vermont, to Chittenden Dam. And if you're wondering about, where that is, it's not in Chittenden County, Vermont. Chittenden County's more towards the north. Our largest city of the state, Burlington, is actually in Chittenden County. This is a little town called Chittenden, and Chittenden sits up on the mountain. They got a man-made reservoir up there, or man-made lake. I guess it'd be a reservoir, and a lot of people go up there for canoeing, for kayaking, for fishing. You can have a motorboat up there, but there's a no wake policy, so you're not going to you can't go very fast up there. A lot of people will go hiking. Minimal amount of camping. There's not a lot of camping up there, and I decided I'm going to take a drive up, check it out. I haven't been up there all winter, and I want to see what the accessibility was. And I forgot that people go ice fishing up there. I forgot that it being a mountain lake, that the ice is, at this time of year, is still incredibly thick, and it's thick enough for people to go out and to go ice fishing. Drill a hole in the ice, they have little shanties. I actually do have pictures, actual photographs, that I'll try and tag here at the end of this. So I got up there. I was going to start my recording, and I plan on just kind of walking around, trying to get the reservoir and the shanties and everything in the background. And I got cold. I wasn't equipped. It was really windy. I forgot that it was the top of the mountain, and I wore this thing. I didn't have a hoodie, but I had a different jacket on that wasn't all that heavy. And after a little while, I was like, okay, I even said to the mic, we're gonna move back to the car now, and it started up and have some heat. And that's what I did. I walked back over to the car, got in, and started it up. Well, I am not very technologically advanced, and this is a newer car for me. I've had this car for 3 months. It's a 2024 Chevy Malibu, and I don't want to hear anything about the Chevys. But I got in here, and of course, Apple CarPlay kicked on and cut off the camera. I was like, all right, this is not good. So I thought, that's not a problem. I have, I got the iMovie app on my phone that I can I'll go ahead and start the recording again and just splice the two of them together. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all to me. Well, I went, did all my recording that I was supposed to do. After I got the recording done, I stepped out and still took some more pictures with my phone. Forgot my camera, my big camera. Got in, drove to it's called the Wooden Barrel. It's a little community store that they got. Not very big. People can go in and get their essentials, like maybe a loaf of bread, a carton of eggs, and some milk, maybe some fishing supplies. They sell sandwiches, a little deli, stuff like that. Nothing. It's not very big. Okay. Got all that, and started heading home. Got home. I decided, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and get this all spliced together. And I did. Turn around, and in iMovie, I went hit play, and went through the first few minutes of where I was outside of the car before CarPlay shut off the camera, the camera mode. And then it goes into where I started recording again, no audio. Okay, this is weird. I've had this problem one other time. Also with this car, I had no idea. I was recording a message inside the car. I think it was going to be another YouTube video that I was going to do a couple weeks ago. While I was still thinking about it, I did it did the whole splice thing, and it did the same thing. The first part where I was not in the car recorded perfectly, and the second part where I was recording inside the car, like I'm talking to you right now, you can tell right now I'm inside my car, no audio. I mean, it recorded the video, but it didn't record any sound. Picture, but no sound. Okay. Now, hang on. With that being said, now I'm like, what the heck's going on? So I'm going on Google trying to figure it out. Well, you probably had the video muted. Well, no, I didn't. It wasn't muted. There was no mute. You probably did this, that, and the other. No, and the commonality that I thought of at the time was everything had to do with iMovie, the app that's on the phone for if you're using your phone to make movies. And so, a little on the frustrated side. And for some reason, after church today, I got to thinking about it, and I was like, well, the other common denominator is the car itself. So, I'm in my room, did a couple recordings, in my room, did a couple takes, a couple different videos. I was able to splice them together, all audio, all the audio's there, no problems. Now I came up to the car, and I did the same thing. I didn't turn the car on, did some test recordings, and those work perfectly. I started my car, Apple CarPlay kicks in. Okay? I didn't think anything about it. I'm not going to play anything, through it or anything. I went, I recorded as normal. No audio. Okay? That's weird. Now, I do have these mics. A while ago, when I was considering doing some sort of content creation, I didn't know if I wanted to do like a TikTok, Clapper, or YouTube. But, it was something I've been praying about deciding, but I had come across these microphones. I also do podcasting, and that was also going to be a good thing for me to do when I was podcasting if I was out and about and instead of trying to carry big microphones with me, I can have these, and they do work great for the podcasting. Something that I'm going to get ready to restart here pretty soon. But okay, so I got this out. I plugged it in. Did the same thing. Did a little short test video. I went back to listen to it. Nothing. Okay, well, sometimes it doesn't work if I had mics, plugged in. So I took the transmitter out. Still no audio. Okay. And so finally I decided, okay, I got to find a way to turn off Apple CarPlay. Now, one of the problems I've had with this car, I've never liked this, and that was with this car, my phone will connect to the Apple CarPlay in the car through the Bluetooth without. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Tried turning off the Bluetooth itself, nothing. Tried. So finally, I had to flip through all the settings. I am not technically sound. I have no idea what other things I might have shut off by doing this, but I'll find out later. So I'm going through. Finally, Apple CarPlay, click that. They had all the, your what is it? The Wi-Fi that connects. That's part of the Apple CarPlay. So I actually was able to turn that off. Okay. Now, I went, did another test record, and it's perfect. It worked perfectly. So if you're seeing this, that means everything stayed. It did what it's supposed to do. And I figured out how to turn off the Apple CarPlay. Right. Now, another problem that I've had in the past is I am trying to do something else. I'm trying, and everything is going over Apple CarPlay. I am needing, perhaps the Wi-Fi from another business. Like I'm at the laundromat or I'm at a store, I'm in the parking lot, and I'm needing to access the Wi-Fi. Apple CarPlay would not let me just access that CarPlay. Like particularly if I'm sitting there, I'm just trying to do my banking while I'm waiting, and it's been very frustrating. I'm not technologically sound. I don't even know if I really like the Apple products. I have the Apple 13 Pro Max. I like the phone itself. I just don't know if I like Apple as a whole. I've been contemplating, just maybe switching back over to Android. Okay. I feel like I've gotten my money's worth out of the phone, though. Like I said, I've been able to record and do some movies, some videos, photography with the phone. I've also been able to record podcasts, and now I'm doing YouTube videos. So really, at the end of the day, this has been quite a blessing. I feel like I've gotten all my money's worth out of this, which is, to me, is fantastic. Now, with all that being said and done, I'm getting to where I'm starting to realize more and more I don't like technology. I really don't. So, but I got this figured out, and I'm just really sad that I wasn't able, that I'm going to have to redo that, what I was talking about at Chittenden Dam another day, probably tomorrow. Right now, if you're wondering, you're probably going to see a whole cluster of videos for the next couple of weeks, and that's because I'm on medical leave right now. Basically, I had a hernia surgery a few weeks back. I'm on a weight restrictions, and unfortunately, where I work, I lift quite regularly material that weighs more than what I am allowed to carry. So, with that being said, doctor doesn't want to put me back under anesthesia. Basically, I think it's because I'm a fighter when I'm under anesthesia. The story, I just remember being very sore and having some bruises, and coming to find out that they had to physically restrain me while I can't remember if I was coming out of the anesthesia. I think I was coming out of the anesthesia, but yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting, kind of comical, but anyways, yeah, like I said, now that I know how to do this, you're gonna probably seeing at first a lot of videos together, but then I'm going to jump to once a week. And I'm learning this YouTube thing. I'm enjoying it. I like to make it better. I do not profess to be a guru. I am not someone who's got all these bachelor degrees, so I'm not going to be focusing just like on things like finance or psychology or other things in life, but there is some wisdom that I like to share and talk about. Some of it's biblical wisdom and knowledge. Some of it is just things that I've picked up along the way. I've read. I have talked about my divorce, the things I went on through, my marriages. There's things that I've actually learned by just reading, studying, and talking to other people about what had gone on, how all that affected me in my marriages and how it affects me now. So I'm hoping to just pass some of that on to you to help you out. So yeah, this is brand new to me. If you're watching this, thank you for watching. Do hit the like and subscribe. And as time goes on, you're going to be seeing probably the videos setting up here. But enjoy yourself. I'm actually doing this recording in front of a little restaurant called Rosie's, where I'm going to go and get myself a piece of pie and a cup of coffee. So, God bless all of you. Here in Vermont, we're about ready to get another snowstorm. I'm looking forward to it, because if you're on your way home and you turn your high beams on, it's about the closest thing you're going to come to going through the hyperdrive on Star Wars. So, talk to you all later. God bless.